Hey guys, Josiah here with Aesthetyx Fitness. In today's video, I'm doing a Q&A. Alright, before we get started with today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and of course click that little bell icon. That way every time I come out with a new video, you guys are getting notified and not missing out on any great new content. Also, if you feel like it really helps me out if you hit that like button down below as well. Now with that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, so I recently put out a video where I asked you guys to come up with questions you wanted to ask me about myself or the channel or fitness questions you wanted answered in general. And this is that video where I'm going to be answering those questions that you guys gave me. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so first up, Ronan Chung asks, I'm new to fitness, began a month ago, and I saw in most of your videos you use stringers during your workouts. So I decided to get a stringer as well, but I was attracted to tank tops. Any difference with stringers and tank tops when working out your arms? To answer your question between stringers, tank tops, not a lot. The reason I wear stringers is for a couple reasons. First off, for ventilation purposes, I tend to get really warm when I work out, and one of the gyms that I go to doesn't actually have air conditioning. So especially during the summer, it can get like 90 to 95 degrees in there, and when I'm trying to lift heavy, it's just completely impractical to wear anything more than just a stringer and shorts, because if I'm wearing t-shirts or long sleeve compression gear, I'm just a bucket of sweat and it's not pleasant at all. Also, I find like t-shirts and compression shirts tend to kind of chafe and rub up under my armpits, especially when doing upper body workouts, and so I tend to avoid those unless I'm doing legs or unless I'm kind of cold. And another advantage to stringers specifically is that it does allow you to see more of the muscle groups you're working as opposed to like a t-shirt or a regular tank top, so that when you're working out you can actually get that mind-muscle connection and see the muscle fiber contracting and relaxing, allowing you to really ensure that you're fully working out that muscle and targeting your muscles correctly when working out. Next up, Isaac Baldwin asks, what chest workouts do you do? I do a lot of different things for chest. I generally don't do any workouts that are specifically focused on chest, but if you mean what chest exercises I do, my number one favorite chest exercise is a barbell incline press, because it's a compound, heavy, stable movement that really works your chest, puts extra emphasis on your upper chest, which a lot of people tend to ignore, and it also works your front deltoids and shoulders. So it's really working all of the primary pushers in your upper body in one exercise and allows you to lift really heavy safely because it is a large, compound, stable movement. I also really like flat bench press, dumbbell bench press, cable flies, and dips as other chest exercises and tend to work those into upper body workouts as well. Next up, we have Angus McSnort, who commented, so I was sick for 2 weeks and didn't work out at all, but I stretched in the hot tub the day before my first recovery workout. On the first day back, I squatted 870 for a 50-pound PR. Do you think it was the rest or the tub? Now, Angus, given your comment history, I imagine that there's at least a certain element of this post that is designed to be trolling, but you actually make a very good point in your post that I wanted to address, and that is the effect that rest, particularly rest when sick, has on your training. Now, I have a video going into depth on what happens when you rest when you're sick and how much you should rest when you are getting over an illness, and you can check that out here, but mainly in this video I wanted to touch on something else, which is, can resting or taking a little bit of time off from the gym actually help your performance when you come back? And the answer to that is yes. If you're a person who trains like 2 to 3 times a week per muscle group, then sometimes if you take 4 or 5 days off in between working out that muscle group, you can actually add on some strength because your body has had the ability to recover more fully than it usually does. And if you find when you're going to the gym that you're consistently getting weaker or not progressing working out, you might want to actually try dialing back the frequency of your workouts so that you're not overtraining or overreaching in order to allow your body to fully recover and come back stronger next time you hit the gym. And Mimi Damianova asks, I started training in group workouts every morning before work, but I'm getting only 6 hours of sleep because I work 13 hours a day. Is it bad for my health and body? The answer to that short answer is yes. I haven't done a full video about sleep and its importance on building a physique and on your overall health and well-being. But to answer your question, yes, more sleep is generally better up to a certain point, obviously, and 6 hours is definitely not enough for most people if you're consistently getting that every night. I myself try to get at least 7.5 hours of sleep per night and 8 to 9 if I can, but that doesn't usually happen. And yes, that is going to hurt your progress from a strength building, muscle building, and fat loss perspective because your body is going to prioritize whatever it sees the biggest issue to be at any given time. And if that is that you're not getting enough sleep, then your body is going to build up cortisol and make it harder for you to lose fat and gain muscle because those are going to be lower priorities on its to-do list. However, you should absolutely still train and try to stick to your macros and your fitness goals if you are still not getting enough sleep, because you can still make progress. It's just going to be a little harder and not as good for you overall because every area of your body does need sleep in order to function properly. If you want to be building muscle, maintaining fitness for your mental health and for your immune defense, all of that needs sleep to function at its peak performance level, so sleep is a good thing. You should get more of it if you can, but if you can't, don't worry, you can still make progress in your fitness goals. Next up we have the 10, who asks Gymshark versus Alphalete. To answer your question, I've worn clothes from Gymshark. I've honestly never worn anything from Alphalete, and I think they also do supplements too, and I've never used any of those, so I really can't answer the question of a comparison. Sorry. And finally, we have Max Westrick with video topic suggestion, the best pre and post workout routines. And I can go into this in a future video if you guys want me to, but I already have a video on my favorite pre and post workout routine, which is stretching, and I think everyone should do it. You can check that video out here. Also then, pre, intra, and post-workout, hydration, hydration, hydration. Drinking a lot of water and staying hydrated. It's gonna help you absorb nutrients after your workout and prevent you from getting dehydrated and boost performance during your workout. And of course, consuming protein after your workout is imperative for building muscle and encouraging muscle rebuilding after you've torn them down when actually working out. So that's another post-workout routine that I would absolutely always do. Well guys, that's it for the questions in today's video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave more questions down below so I can answer them in future Q&A videos. If you liked the video, leave a like down below and a comment letting me know what you'd like me to cover in future videos. And of course, subscribe to my channel because I have new content coming out all the time so that I can help you guys train smarter and look better.